Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Nelson Network. So today we are going to look at an overview of the CCNA topics. So what to expect for your CCNA, that's what we're going to look today. So first of all, we have network fundamentals, which is 20%. We have network access, which is 20%. We have IP connectivity, 25%. We have IP services, 10%. Security fundamental, 15%. And automation and programmability. So we will go in each of these subsections for you to see exactly. You can take a screenshot of it, but this is what the Cisco examination board expects from anyone who takes the CCNA exam. So let's start with network fundamentals. They expect us to know how to explain the role and function of these routers, layer 2, switches, next generation firewalls and IPs, access point. Describe characteristics of network topology, 2-tier, 3-tier, spine leaf, WAN. Compare physical interface and cabling types, single mode fibers, multi-mode fibers, copper. Identify interface and cable issues, collision, errors, mismatch, duplex, and speed. Compare TCP and UDP. So this is what they expect. Configure and verify IPv4 addressing and subnetting. Describe private IPv4 addressing. Configure and verify IPv6. Describe IPv6 address types. Unicast, anycast, multicast, modify AU64. Yeah, so all this you can download I got it from here, this website. You can download or purchase the CCNA guide for more details. But yeah, if you want to take a screenshot of it. This is what you expect. You are expected to know. Network access. They want us to know how to configure VLANs, access port, default VLAN, inter-VLAN connectivity, configure trunk port, native VLAN, 802.1q, configure and verify layer 2 discovery protocols, LLDP, CDP, configure and verify Ether channel, interpret basic operation of rapid PVST spanning tree protocol, describe Cisco wireless architecture and AP modes, describe physical infrastructures, connection of WLAN component, describe network device, management access, telnet, SSH, HTTP, HTTPS, console, TACAS plus radios. Interpret the wireless LAN graphical user interface configuration. IP connectivity. Interpret components of routing table, routing protocol, prefix, network mask, next hop, administrative distance, gateway of last resort matrix. Determine how a router makes a forwarding decision by default. Longest prefix match, administrative distance, routing protocol. Configure and verify IPv4 and IPv6 static routing, default route, network route, host route, floating statics. All these are simple. Configure and verify single area OSPF version 2. Neighbor adjacency point-to-point broadcast router ID. Describe the purpose, function, and concepts of first hop redundancy protocol. So we go now to IP service. This is 10% of the exam. Configure and verify inside source NAT using static and pool. Configure and verify NTP operating in a client and server mode. Explain the role of DHCP and DNS within the network. Explain the function of SNMP in network operation. Describe the use of syslog, including facilities and levels. Configure and verify DHCP and relay and client. Explain the forwarding per hop behavior for quality of service such as classification, marking, queuing, congestion, policing, and shipping. Configure network devices for remote access using SSH. Describe the capabilities and function of TFTP, FTP in network. Last but not the, no, this is not the last. Security fundamentals. Define key concepts, key security concepts, threats, vulnerabilities, exploit, mitigation techniques. Describe security program elements, user awareness, training, physical access control. Configure and verify device access control using local password. Describe security policies, elements such as management, complexity, password alternatives. Configure and verify access control lists. Describe IPsec, remote access, and site-to-site VPN. Configure and verify layer 2 security features, DHCP snooping, dynamic app inspection, port security. Compare authentication, authorization, and accounting concepts. Describe wireless security protocols. Configure and verify WLAN within graphical user using WPA2 PSK. Now, last but not the least, automation and programmability. Explain how automation impacts network management. Compare traditional networks with control-based networks. Describe controller-based software-defined architecture. Separation of control panel and data plane. Separation of control plane and data plane. Northbound and southbound APIs. If you know that, explain AI, generative and predictive, and machine learning in network operation. Describe characteristics of REST-based API, authentication, CRUD, HTTP verbs, and data encoding. Recognize the capabilities of configuration management mechanisms such as Ansible and Terraform. Recognize components of JSON encoded data. So yeah, that's it for an overview of the CCNA. So let me show you real quick what a switch looks like. So this is a switch. This is a real switch. This is the front view. On the front view of the switch, you have a micro USB port, USB-C port. This is it right here. You have your gigabit interfaces right here. You have modular uplink options here. This is the back of the switch. You have your RJ45 cable console here. This is the port for it. You have USB external storage. You have dedicated stack-wise ports. This is when you want to stack your switch. You have your fans. These are the fans. You have stack power. This is the power. You have power suppliers. This is it right here. So this is what a real switch looks like. Let's see how the router is. This is a router. Similar to a switch, but you can know it's a router because it doesn't have a lot of interfaces. So this is a router. These are the ports, console ports, power socket. Yeah. This is a firewall. This is how a firewall looks like. Yeah, so that's it. So you can pause the video at any level to check the requirements for each subsection and take a screenshot of it. You can learn by yourself, just go and read each topic. Is very straightforward. That's just literature. And then, yeah, for the labs, we're going to do the labs as we've started. So you go into each subsection that requires the labbing. We do each of those labs individually, and we take our time to understand every concept of them. All right, so thank you for watching. Keep the consistency on. Don't the key with this Ccna is to remain consistent. I'm speaking to myself as well because I know I struggle a lot. I struggle a little bit with consistency, but this is a real issue. Trying to master the Ccna exam topics. Just remain consistent. Try your best to always do your labbing at least 3 times a week. At least if you want to stay within the challenge of passing your Ccna within 1 month. So yeah, stay tuned. We will see you in the next video. Bye.